Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
49er first down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. One final try now for Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating.
Entering challenge select screen. Entering new items screen. Jerry Rice WR77 overall is selected. Entering new items screen. Heroes Bet collectible is selected. Yes. Entering home screen. 1 pack high sugar rush daily mission. Medium and collectible. Entering home screen. Medium egg collectible is selected. Entering home screen. 5225 coins. Entering challenge. Entering legends release. Steve Atwater sequence setup. You have 2 options. Easy is selected. And Bobby Bell. Joe Thomas sequence setup. You have 2 options. Easy is selected.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
Is it okay if I give him a few props right here? Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a 2-time walk-on, who later became a 2-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most
Entering screen. Resume. Depth chart. Entering. Yes. WR selected. Slot 2, Slot 3, Slot 4. RL, SLWR selected. Entering coaching screen.
Big 12
chart.
history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame.
3rd down.
3rd and long for Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
And shutting him off, now open field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a 1st quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your 1st drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Mean Joe Green breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
Taken in at the 22. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. They'll run on 1st down. Thorpe, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Sheldon Richardson on the stop.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Vikings 8, Browns nothing.
On 2nd down, Thorpe, and he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down.
You know,
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Mean Joe Green picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this foot.
Entering coaching screen depth chart.
Ball game. Now Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It was Rashaan Evans there to put a nice hit on it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Landon Collins on the coverage.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
It's third down and 5.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotion.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5.
Entering coaching screen depth chart.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And 5 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play.
Entering coaching screen depth chart.
There as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it brings up.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Entering coaching screen depth chart.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On second down now, Thorpe. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
On the coverage.
Mayfield now. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Mean Joe Green getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Entering challenge select screen. Entering new items screen. Joe Thomas LT77 overall is selected. Upgrades. Entering confirm upgrade pop. Entering confirm upgrade pop. Entering confirm upgrade. Entering confirm upgrade pop. Entering confirm upgrade pop up. Do you want to upgrade for 900 training? Accept. Entering upgrade screen. Joe Thomas LT87 over. Entering challenge. Entering Legends Release 1 sequence screen. You have 8 Steve Atwater sequence setup. You have 2 options. Easy as and Bobby Bell sequence setup. You have 2 options. Entering Legends Release 1 sequence screen. Bobby Bell sequence setup. You have 2 options. Easy as selected.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And the Chiefs offense ready to go on 1st down and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Sherman. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is taken at the 10. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. On first down, Thorpe. And he's got some space here. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. They'll run on first down. It's Foster, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
This is Foster.
12-yard line.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Minnesota Vikings.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time, now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
By Jalen Ramsey.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Mahomes sacked on 10 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 1:50 to go here in the first half. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Thornhill on the tackle.
And they give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A quick hitter to Sherman, the fullback. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. Avoids him at the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
15-yard line.
On first down, Thorpe, he will push his way down to about the 14. Now a timeout.
On the stop.
7 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 14-yard line.
On second down, Thorpe. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So the 2-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all 3 touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve, because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll be tackled right.
Entering screen resume.
On the chalk of the 45.
For the Minnesota Vikings.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 3rd down, Thorpe. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
The 43-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Thorpe. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. On 1st down, Thorpe. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Thorpe. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in the end zone, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. They've got the victory in sight. You've been in this spot before back in your playing days. How nice is it to go out there pretty much knowing that. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get that? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard.